Hi, I'm here today with Zin Bekkali from Silk Invest. Hi Zin, thanks for talking to us today. Zin, can you tell us a bit about where you see some of the key opportunities in emerging markets?
Yeah, I think emerging markets in general, they're still big underweight in investor portfolios. So basically, typically investors have 10 to 20% of their portfolio in emerging markets, where emerging markets today represent around 30-40%. So basically, they're still actually almost everywhere. Big opportunities. Let's say for my highlights, one area is frontier markets. We are very much believers in frontier markets. They tend to be much cheaper and much under the radar screen of most investors.
Sure. And do you feel that investors are missing out on some of these opportunities?
Yeah, definitely. I think, for example, 25% world population is in frontier markets. But most investors have zero allocation to it. So basically, with a country like Nigeria, which is 150 million people, most people have zero allocation to it. So that's really one of those things which is an anomaly, which will change in the future.
Sure.
And all those countries are going through quite an interesting development. Big companies, quite interesting opportunities. So it's a worthwhile place for investors to start to look at.
How can we change these attitudes? I mean, what's stopping people?
I think there's a lot of perception. I think most people, when they look at frontier markets, they look at the worst country within the universe. What I always very often say is that you have in Asia, you have North Korea and you have South Korea. The same thing you have in Africa, for example, you have Somalia, but you have also other countries which are much better. I mean, a country like Nigeria is really a very good place to be from an investment point of view. So that is the starting point, is people when they start to look at risks from a rational point of view, because risks are there. But if you benchmark them against, for example, Brazil, India and China, and we feel that most frontier markets are good.
And what would you say are some of the key risks that investors, what are they concerned about?
I think the traditional risks around politics, around the reporting standards, about the accessibility of information, which is all there, in all honesty. So that is definitely there. But the one thing which is very important to mention is the fact that most of those countries are at the same level as China, India or Russia. If you add those countries and you put them in one portfolio, and a diversified portfolio, then you are able to reduce the risks. So basically, individually, those countries are at the same level as, let's say, Russia. But combined, they are far below the risk profile of certain countries.
Excellent. Thank you so much for that insight.
Thank you, with pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.